but they're smaller and don't have stingers to protect the sweet stuff. That's why they're known as stingless bees. There are more than 600 species of them in the tropics around the world, mostly in the Americas. And they've been around twice as long as honeybees. No bee stingers, no bee suits needed. Emilio Perez is a stingless beekeeper in the highlands of Oaxaca, land inhabited by the Chinantec people. This is Melipona beechii, one of the 4 bee species he keeps. He only raises native bees. Scientists say moving species around can spread diseases that harm them. So how do these teensy bees without stingers protect their honey? By annoying you. Some tangle in your hair or eyebrow and give you a bite. It only feels like a pinprick, but they could summon a whole swarm of their sisters by releasing pheromones. In any case, for these bees, the best offense is a good defense. Guard bees stand watch at the nest entrance. Melipona beechii has just one imposing guard, stationed on this ledge shaped like a flower. Other species employ as many as 15 guards. They cover the perimeter of trumpet-shaped entrances. If an outsider tries to come in, like this bee from another colony, the guards sniff it out and kill it. These peculiar structures also make great runways as bees go off to work in the flowers. They're not picky. They collect nectar and pollen from dozens of plants, which they pollinate in the process. Stingless bees also collect resin. It's the sticky stuff plants like this cedar make to keep out burrowing insects. See how she stows the drops on her back legs? Different plants have different hues of resin: yellow, white, red. They mix the resin with wax to make a pliable building material called cerumen. Your average honeybee just uses wax. Stingless bees shape cerumen into little capsules for their offspring and stack them like a tiered cake. They also use the material to make their honey pots, these orbs.
Yum!
It's a freewheeling architectural style compared to honeybees' hexagonal cells. Now, remember this protective barrier? It's made of cerumen. The resin mixed in with the wax is what keeps the ants away. They hate the resin's smell and stickiness. Once a year, Emilio and his daughter Salustia collect honey from their nests. Stingless bee colonies are smaller and usually make less honey than honeybees. Each of their Melipona beechii colonies makes about 9 pounds a year, just 1/7 of what a honeybee hive produces.
¿A qué sabe?
Ahora está como catadores de miel ahora.
The Deep Look team got to sample it.
Strong fermented flavor.
Tastes like sweet tarts. Yeah, really good.
Stingless bee honey is sold as a health product to treat things like sore throats. All honeys contain hydrogen peroxide, which is antimicrobial. Stingless bees visit a variety of plants, many in the rainforest. So scientists are studying their honey and resins for chemicals that might have medicinal properties. As the sun goes down, bees head in for the night and cover their nest entrance once again. No effort is too great to protect the riches everyone is after. These bees build nests out of mud that they pack with purple pollen for their young. And in the process, they help us grow fruits and nuts. What's this bee up to, digging around in the mud? This blue orchard bee is a mason, a builder. Her material is, you guessed it, mud, and she works alone. In fact, unlike those honeybee hives you might think of, most of the 4,000 types of bees in North America are solitary. See how she scrapes the wet earth? She collects it with two huge pincer-like tools on her face called mandibles. She's gathering mud to make her nest. The nest is long and thin. In nature, she goes into places like hollow twigs. At the University of California, Davis, she uses a 6-inch long paper straw provided by researchers. In this nest without a straw, you can see how she builds a wall of mud. Then she gathers food from spring flowers, but not only to feed herself. See the pretty purple pollen on the anther of this flower? She grabs the anthers with her legs and rubs the pollen onto hairs on her abdomen called scopa. And while she's at it, she sips a little nectar from the blooms.